strong he is down his top, how good he is out through his hip. When you get behind him, I like the way he goes together from a point of being, or from the point of being laid in his shoulder, still expanding in his heart, good from his hooks to pins. As he travels, I would like to make him a little better on his rear pasterns as he goes. He's sometimes you catch him just wanting to be a little more rigid there, but from a balance and structural correctness standpoint, when you get him put together here, he handles the class for me. The young lady's black bull that comes in next, a very stout bull, a bull that's probably a little better on his rear pastern, but as you view him from behind here, he's more open in that upper shoulder, he gets tighter in that heart, he gets rounder in that hip as you view him from behind.
Well, congratulations, and a nice way to start out our Balancer Bull show. First place will go to back number 6236, T-Bar S Supreme 1004J, exhibited by Grace Vahey of Billings, Missouri. Second place went to back number 6238, Plainsman Jimbo 1138J, exhibited by Wilkinson Gelbvieh Ranch in Model, Colorado. We will now bring in Ring 1 Class 2 Spring Bull Calves born March 1st through March 31st. Back over in Ring 2, we have the results of your first class of Division 1 Limousins. First place went to back number 7227, TASF Justice Classy 541J ET, exhibited by Claire Kessler of Crawfordsville, Indiana. Second place went to back number 7230, Ratliff Just Dandy 195J ET, exhibited by Ashley Schrag. And third place in that class, back number 7229, SHH2 Sweet 357J, exhibited by Carly Favor. Now in Ring 2, we have Class 2 here in Division 1 of your Junior Limousine Show.
here on the balancer side in this March bull calf class. We're going to start off with the young man's bull here in the cowboy hat. This bull handles the class easily for myself. Go ahead, young man, pull out here. He's just so balanced when you get him on a profile. He's so deep front to rear as you view him from on this profile. He's not the longest, cleanest made one up front, but he's sure good enough with all the other quality he brings. Structural soundness of this bull as he travels, how good he is down his top and out through his hip, how expanded he is in his heart and chest floor. He's still smooth in his shoulder, packs a lot of muscle on a bull that puts a lot of structural soundness and correctness together. The young lady's bull that comes in next in line, I think more closely follows the type and kind, not quite the hair of the bull right in front of him, but a bull that still, when you get him on the move, he's structurally sound. He's the second deepest made bull in the class. He's got a lot of muscle down his top and out through his hip, and he's still built good in his shoulder and his heart. He goes together in a smooth package. Really a nice pair of bulls with a really nice bull to win the class. Young lady's bull comes in next in line. I like the power and the bone in this bull. He's really long-sided. He's a bull that's strong out through his hip and good down his top. For me, when you get around in front of this bull, he gets a little pigeon-toed, and when you get out behind him, he's a little bow-legged. I'd like to change those two things about him as I watch him come at me and go away from me, but really a balanced, powerful bull to be in third. The young lady's bull that comes in next in line, again, I like from a balance and structural soundness standpoint, but there's not near as much power in this bull. He's probably the lightest performing bull to me in the class, and when you get out behind him, just not as much bull. He's not as expanded in that rib cage, not as expanded in that rear third of that rib cage as the bulls in front of him today. Young man's bull that comes in next in line is a bull that has some power in him. He's balanced enough, but as you get him in motion here, he just is going to need to get around sounder and freer today to get any higher.
Well, congratulations. In ring one, we have the results of Class 2 Spring Bull Calves. First place goes to back number 6245, Stony LaRue 1572 JET, exhibited by Kyson Teal of Caw City, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 6243, DTK Judge, exhibited by DTK Cattle Company of Janesville, Iowa. Third place in that class will go to back number 6240, exhibited by Carly Rumfelt, Phillipsburg, Missouri. Fourth place, exhibited by Lucky Cross Ranch, Atwood, Kansas. And fifth place, exhibited by back number 6244, Colt Ivers of Austin, Minnesota. We'll now be bringing in those first and seconds in ring one to select a champion reserve spring bull calf. Back over in ring two, we have the results of Class 2 here in Division 1 of your Junior Limflex show. First place went to back number 7242. COBN Jesse's Girls 010J, exhibited by Corbin Robbins of Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 7233, Ratliff Jackpot 140JET, exhibited by Carly Mae Harris of Lawton, Oklahoma. Third place went to back number 7234, LFL Jenny 1051J, exhibited by Colt Parkinson. And fourth place in that class, back number 7237, TASF Joyride 526J, exhibited by Cole Lewis. Currently in ring two, we have Class 3 here in Division 1.
Here in the Balancer show in the first division, not a lot of quantity in the division, but plenty of quality here. The two bulls that are the class winners, the Red Bull, love the balance of this bull when you get him on a profile. I love how extended and clean he is up through his front end. He's clean through his chest. He's got enough power when you get out behind him. When you get him in motion, he probably could be a little freer and easy, or a little softer on that rear pastern as you put him in motion. Doesn't have near the power of the bull right behind him. The bull right behind him, I really like a lot of things about this bull. Love how balanced he is when you get him on a profile. Really deep in the center of that rib cage, carries that depth into that fore-rib and chest floor as you view him from a profile. Carries plenty of depth into that rear flank. Good testicle development under this bull. He's extremely sound when you get him in motion. Then when you get out behind him, he won't disappoint you. He's really laid in good at that shoulder for bull, carrying that much power down his top and out through his hip and into his stifle. A lot of good in this bull. With that said, I'll go out here and I'll grab you your division winner, and then we'll take a look for reserve. Thank you.
Well, congratulations over here in ring one. We have your champion spring bull calf, back number 6245, Stony LaRue 1572 JET, exhibited by Kyson Teal of Caw City, Oklahoma. And your reserve champion in that division will go to back number 6243, DTK Judge, exhibited by DTK Cattle Company, Janesville, Iowa. Congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in ring one, we'll look for Class 4 winter bull calves born February 1st to February 28th, 2021. In ring two, we have the results of Class 3 here in Division 1 of your Junior Limousin show. First place went back number 7248, SKLS 276J, exhibited by McKenna Hoppa of Fremont, Michigan. Second place went to back number 7246, Ratliff Just 1138JET, exhibited by Tyra Meyer of Sylvan Grove, Kansas. And third place went to back number 7250, TASF Jet Set 505JET, exhibited by Carly Favor. Now currently in ring two, we have Class 4 here in Division 1 of your Junior Limousin show.
want me to text you pictures?
Well, congratulations. In ring 2, we have the results of Class 4. First place went to back number 7259, SC Juliet 471J, exhibited by Jack Cutter Sullivan of Groveton, Texas. Second place went to back number 7263, TASF Jinx 491 JET, exhibited by Allison McCarley of Girard, Kansas. And third place went to back number 7262, BNTL Java, exhibited by Bentley London of Collinsville, Texas. We'll now bring in Class 5 here in Ring 2. This will be your final class before we select our Division 1 Champion Reserve.
Here in the Balancer Bull Show. Again, a lot of give and take as I go through this group of bulls. There's probably things I'd like to put together out of these 3 top bulls to make the ideal bull for me. The bull I'm going to lead off with, for me, I believe is the soundest of the 3 bulls. He's probably a little shorter sided and shorter fronted than the 2 bulls behind you. I'll give you that. But when you get him on a profile, the balance, the depth of center rib, and the way he carries that depth each direction into his fore flank and his rear flank, how good he is down his top and out his hip. And then when you put him in motion, I honestly believe he's the soundest of the 3 bulls out here. Would I like to stretch him out a little bit? Yes, I would when I get him in a profile. The gentleman's bull that comes in next in line, again, I think falls a type in kind of our top bull with some power in him and some balance in him. He's a bull to me, though. I'm concerned about the slope on his front shoulder and how sound he's going to stay off his front end as he. He's a long-sided bull with plenty of product down his top and out through his hip. I prefer his length over the bull that won the class, but I just like him, make him sounder as he goes. Young lady's bull that comes in next, I would have told you at a glance coming in, this was the class winner in the as they came out here at first. Again, love the length of this bull, love how good he is down his hip, like his bone size and his foot size. He's a bull that has enough depth and balance when you get him on a profile. He's not as deep as the 2 bulls right in front of him, but he's a bull to me as you get to analyzing this front end. There's just not enough slope to that shoulder. He's a little knock-kneed and turned out up front, and I'm just afraid as time goes on, he's just going to be a little straighter fronted than I'd like to see to get him any higher today. Young lady's bull that comes in next in line, giving up quite a bit of performance and power to the 3 bulls above her, balanced as you get him on a profile, long-sided again like the 2 bulls right in front of him. He's a bull that gets maybe a little more open in his shoulder, a little tighter in his heart. And again, he's probably just a little straighter in the slope of that shoulder than I'd like to see. The young man's bull that comes in next in line, very balanced, very pretty bull when you get him on a profile here, extremely long up front and clean. But a bull as you view him on a profile here, just not enough power performance to go with the bulls in front of him today. Just needs to be deeper in the center of that rib and carry both ways and just be a little more bull right now.
Well, congratulations. In Class 4, Winter Bull Calves, first place goes to back number 6254, Mr. Land Grant 245J, exhibited by Taubenheim Gelbvieh of Amherst, Nebraska. Second place in that class will go to back number 6253, exhibited by Jacob Barwick of Orleans, Nebraska. Third place, exhibited by Rochelle Anderson. Fourth place in that class goes to back number 6246, exhibited by Cedar Top Ranch of Stapleton, Nebraska. And fifth place, exhibited by 6251, Justin Herlin of Blue Jacket, Oklahoma. Now in ring 1, we have Class 5 Winter Bull Calves born January 1st to January 31st. Well, congratulations in our final class here before we select our Division 1 and the Junior Limousin Show. First place in Class 5, back number 7265, KVLN 1176JET, exhibited by Karina Shmaloff of Avon, Illinois. Second place went to back number 7297, SEEE Ginny, exhibited by Carly Favor of Marshfield, Missouri. And third place, back number 7275, VL Jewel 151JET, exhibited by Paige Bayer of Griswold, Iowa. We're now going to bring in those first and seconds out of our first 5 classes. And your judge, Mr. Lydell Meyer, will be selecting a champion reserve out of Division 1.
Here in your balancer ring, I'm going to start off with a combination bull for me in this class. And to be honest with you, again, he's going to win the class from a soundness standpoint. As the day goes on, as we get into the females, I like my bulls a little more rugged. I like my females very maternal looking. But the main thing I'm going to look for is structural soundness and correctness, and then go from there. I like a lot of power in them, but I want to have the structural soundness and correctness. And I believe of the 3 bulls on the top of this class, this is the most structurally sound one, especially on his hind legs as you put him in motion. He's balanced. He's got enough product in him. Is he as deep through the center of his body as I'd like to see? No, he's not. He doesn't have the depth in that foreflank or in that rear flank of the 2 bulls right behind him. But he's a good top bull that is extended up front. He's got enough product in him when you view him out from behind, and I think he travels soundest and freest on his rear legs. The bull here in second is the bull standing still. I prefer. I like a lot of things about this bull. I like the extension up front, the power in him, the rib shape in him. He's got good bone and good foot size. When I put him in motion, I just got to change how he handles these two rear legs to get him any higher in the class today. Same goes with the next bull. Doesn't have quite the power or eye appeal when you get him on the profile of the bull right in front of him. Not quite as extended up front. Plenty of muscle down the top of this bull, not through the hip. Plenty of product in him. But again, as you view him and you put him in motion here, he's just got to get around sounder and freer and easier for me today to get him any higher. Young lady's bull that comes in next in line, a longer sided kind of bull, square hip bull with some extension up top, up and through his front end, and carries it down his top. He's a bull that's just lacking too much power and performance of the bulls in front of him today. Just isn't as much of this bull when you view him from the 3/4 angle, not as much shape in him as those bulls. Same for the young lady's bull, comes next in line. A bull that's structurally made, sure, well enough, but just not enough power, product, or performance in this bull to get him any higher today.
Well, folks, if you could, we're picking our first purebred Limousin female.
Here in the second division of balancer bulls, got a nice group of bulls out here. There's sure some differences in them as we go through this. It's hard to put together a pair right at this point that just exactly the same, but we got two really nice bulls that won their classes here. The bull up front's the powerhouse bull in the lineup from a standpoint of the shape and dimension of that rib and the way he carries that front to rear. A bull that's built really well in his shoulder and the way he expands in his heart right behind his shoulder. He's good down his top. He's good out his hip. Plenty in this bull from behind. The thing about this bull is, for me, he's easily the soundest of the four bulls standing out here. He's not the longest sided. He's probably the shortest sided, shortest fastest fronted bull in this lineup. So with that said, I'd like to give a little more length of side and stretch to this bull. But from a structural standpoint, structural integrity point, this bull puts together that part of what I'm looking for, as well as any bull standing out here right now for this division. Young man's bull that comes in next in line, little longer sided bull that has a really good eye appeal when you view him on a profile here. When you get out behind him, he won't disappoint you either. He's a bull that's sound enough. He was the soundest bull within that class. Is he as sound as the bull right in front of him? No. And then as you view him here, probably the thing that disappoints me a little bit about him is he's probably not as heavy performing as I'd like to see him. But again, within that class, from a structural integrity and soundness standpoint, he had to be your class winner. We got two nice bulls that were in second. I commented in class I'd like to see them both get around a little better on their hind legs. For me, I got a bull that handles this division for me, and I'll go out and pick him, and then I'll grab your reserve. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. Back over here in Ring 2, we have the results of Division 1. Your champion out of Division 1 in your Junior Limousin show goes to back number 7248. SKLS 276J, exhibited by McKenna Hoppa of Fremont, Michigan. Reserve in that division, back number 7227. TASF Just as Classy 541 JET, exhibited by Claire Kessler of Crawfordsville, Indiana. Now in Ring 2, we will bring in Class 6, your first class of Division 2. We have the results of your Winter Bull Calf division over here in Ring 1 for your Balancer show. Champion goes to back number 6254, Mr. Landgrand 545. 245J, exhibited by Taubenheim Gelbvieh of Amherst, Nebraska. And reserve champion went to back number 6261, exhibited by Jeff Pollock DVM of Tologa, Oklahoma. We will now bring in Class 7 Senior Bull Calves.
Just a single entry here in the Balancer show. Again, an extremely long-sided, long hip bull. He's extended and clean up through his front end. He's built really well in his shoulder and his heart. He's probably not quite as stout from a bone and foot standpoint as some of the bulls we've seen in the earlier divisions, but plenty of muscle in this bull. A lot of quality from a structural standpoint. Nice bull. It'll be interesting to see him back out here with some competition.
Well, congratulations in Ring 1. Results of Class 7. First place went to back number 6263. LHC 0183H, Ricky Bobby, exhibited by Locust Hill Farms of Ruffin, North Carolina. We will now bring in Class 8 Senior Bull Calves born September 1st to October 31st, 2020. Back over in Ring 2, results of Class 6. First place went to back number 7277. Ratliff Purple Harmony, exhibited by McKenna Richardson of Eureka, Kansas. Now in Ring 2 is Class 7, our final class of Division 2.
Here in the Balancer Show, a nice pair of bulls out here in October and September. We're going to start with the younger bull. I just really like the way this bull's made. I love how all four legs are put down out on the corner straight. They hit the ground well. He's balanced when you get him on a profile. He's soft in his makeup, and that's a compliment for me. He's a big-bellied bull. He's laid in good at the point of that shoulder. He travels sure-free and easy enough, gives you a good look from a profile. Plenty of performance in this bull. I think just a really nice bull to lead off with. The young lady's bull comes in next as the power bull of the two. A lot of bull here. Bull that, to me, is probably a little more mature in his look as you get him here on a profile. A lot of power, like I said, in this bull down the top and out the back. He's a bull that gets too wide up front. He's coarser in that shoulder. He stands maybe a little like a bulldog up front. He's a little bow-legged on those hind legs when you get him from behind. But tremendous power and squareness in this bull. A lot of this bull for his age.
Well, congratulations in Ring 1. The results of Class 8 Senior Bull Calves. First place went to back number 6269. Spiked for Life 2099H, exhibited by Casey Brown of Dwight, Kansas. Second place went to back number 6270. Exhibited by Madeline Welsh of Franklin, Nebraska. We'll now be selecting your Champion Reserve Senior Bull Calf over here in Ring 1. The results of Class 7 and Ring 2, your Junior Limousin show. First place went to back number 7281, PRF HB Haven, exhibited by Ty Freed of Fairbury, Illinois. Second place went to back number 7279, Auto Hope ET, exhibited by JC Smith of Decatur, Arkansas. And third place went to back number 7280, exhibited by SHSK Heidi 213HET. Sage Hanrahan of Okarche, Oklahoma. We're now going to bring in those first and seconds. We'll select the Division 2 Champion Reserve.
Over here in the Balancer Show, the three nice bulls out here for this division. Not a lot of quantity in this division, but a lot of quality. The gentleman's bull that won the single entry, really a structurally well-built bull, a bull that's good down his top, and he's long side and long out his hip. Gentleman gets him put together here, very balanced, gives you a good look on a profile. Bullets, as you view him here to the two bulls behind him, not as near as much bone or foot under this bull, just not as much power built in him. Obviously, he's younger, but I think he's behind from a performance standpoint. Gentleman's bull that won the second class, just like a lot of things about this bull. Love the look he gives you on a profile here, like him when you put him in motion. A bull that's got plenty of power in him, plenty of bone and foot under him, but he's not overdone. He's still green in his condition. He's not overly fat, but there's plenty of the bull. When you put him in motion, it shows that he's not over conditioned. He's the soundest bull of these three out for me today, and just puts a lot of things together. The bull that was second to him in class, the power bull of the three, tremendous amount to this bull. With that said, I didn't think he was quite as structurally sound as the bull that beat him in class, but I sure think he's sound enough with that extra power he's carrying. Today, the gentleman that won the second class will win the division, and the second place bull to him will be reserved.
Well, congratulations. Over here in Ring 2, the results of Division 2. Your champion went to back number 7277, Ratliff Purple Harmony, exhibited by McKenna Richardson of Eureka, Kansas. And reserve went to back number 7281, PRF HB Haven, exhibited by Ty J. Freed of Fairbury, Illinois. Now in Ring 2, we have Class 8 here in Division 3. Back over here in Ring 1, the results of your Senior Bull Calf Division. Your champion went to back number 6269, Spiked for Life 2099H, exhibited by Casey Brown of Dwight, Kansas. Reserve champion went to back number 6270, Madeline Welsh of Franklin, Nebraska. Now in Ring 1, we have Class 10 Intermediate Bulls born July 1st to August 31st, 2020.
Here on the balancer side, really a good pair of bulls, probably the soundest pair of bulls we've had out in the ring today. Both these bulls are extremely sound. I'm going to start with the bull that I think is a little longer sided. I think he's a little squarer built when you view him from a profile here. I think he's a little cleaner made. There's plenty of power in this bull. Really like him down his top and how square he out through his hip, how he travels the ground. He's smooth at his shoulder. He's expanded in his heart as you view him from behind. Puts a lot of things together really nicely. Young lady's bull that comes in next in line. Maybe not quite, and I don't mean to use this term in a bad way, maybe not quite as showy a bull as the bull right in front of her, but a really well-built bull. He's really good on his feet and legs. He's big-boned and he's big-footed. For me, he gets a little rounder in the way he's built. He's rounder in his shoulder. He's rounder in his hip than the bull right in front of him, so it takes away a little bit from the smoothness and the complete look he gives you on a profile versus bull wins the class, but an extremely sound bull that's packed full of a lot of product and really a good pair of bulls in this class.
Well, congratulations in Ring 2. The results of Class 8. First place went to back number 7369, COBN Hennessy 022H, exhibited by Colton Barton of Gerald, Texas. Second place went to back number 7291, TASF Hershey 425H, exhibited by Sidley Portwood of Versailles, Kentucky. And third place went to back number 7292, PEHL Clementine 280. H, exhibited by Eliza Truel of Skytook, Oklahoma. Now in Ring 2, we have Class 9 here in Division 3.
Just a single entry again here on the balancer side. Really a long-sided bull, long hip bull. He's very clean built. He's a bull that's sure sound as he goes about the ring. Probably not quite as expanded in the rear third of that rib cage as a few of the bulls that came before him. Not quite as big bone, but a bull that's got a lot of structural correctness and soundness with a lot of length and eye appeal.
Well, congratulations over here in Ring 1, the results of the last two classes. Class 10 Intermediate Bulls, first place went to back number 6272, exhibited by Carly Rumfelt of Phillipsburg, Missouri. And second place, exhibited by Judd Ranch Incorporated, Pomona, Kansas. And in Class 11, first place was exhibited by Cody Forbes.
Here in your balancer division, nice set of three bulls out here. The bull that won the first class, I just really like the way this bull's built from a structure standpoint. He's really good and laid in his shoulder, expanding his heart. He's really deep in the center of the rib and carries that depth each direction into that fore flank and chest and into that rear flank. He's square down out his hip as you view him from behind. He's really good footed. He's really good boned. He travels free and easy. He's very balanced. Gives you a good look here on a profile. The bull that won the second class, which was an individual class, extremely long-sided, probably one of the longest individuals we've seen today. He's long through his front end. He's got enough power in him when you view him down his top, and that not as much mass in that rib cage as the bulls on either side of him. Not as much stoutness of bone in foot. Matter of fact, for a bull that probably isn't quite as big boned as the bulls on either side of him, maybe a little bigger jointed though as you view him from behind. Young lady's bull that was second to our class winner in the first class. Love the ruggedness of the bull, love the foot size and the soundness this bull travels with. Again, extremely deep in the center of his rib cage and carries that depth both directions. I thought maybe he was a little rounder built than the bull that beat him in class, but still a really strong individual. That class was strong. So for me today, the Grand and Reserve in this division are going to be your class winner in the second. It'll be the young man with the cowboy hat will win the division, and the young lady will be a reserve. A nice set of bulls with two really nice bulls to win the division.
Well, congratulations over here in Ring 1, the results of your intermediate bull division. Your champion will go to back number 6272, exhibited by Carly Rumfelt, Phillipsburg, Missouri, and reserved to back number 6271, exhibited by Judd Ranch Incorporated, Pomona, Kansas. We're now going to bring in Class 13 late spring yearling bulls born March 1st through April 30th, 2020.
Here in the balancer show, nice pair of bulls in this class. I'm going to start out with a little bit heavier performance, sounder, bigger bone, stouter kind of bull. I really like a lot of things about this bull. Extremely long-sided. He's built good down his top, tremendous amount of muscle, good bone and foot size, travels really free and easy for an older bull that's packing a lot of power. When you get out behind him, he's laid in well at the point of that shoulder. Just does a lot of things really nicely for a big bull. Big testicle development. I like a lot about this bull. Bull that comes in behind him, a little shorter-sided bull, but love the depth of this bull when you view him in a profile and how much balance that gives him, a big bone and a big foot. The issue for me with this bull is when you get him in motion, you get out him. He's a bull that wants to get outside of himself a little bit. Doesn't have near the muscle in him in that hip or stifles the bull in front of him. Yet when he walks away from you, he tries to get outside of himself just a little more than I'd like to see.
Well, congratulations over in Ring 2. The results of Division 3, your champion, goes to back number 7369, COBN Hennessy 022H, exhibited by Colton Barton of Gerald, Texas. And reserve champion goes to back number 7296, CHHF Holly 07H, exhibited by Bo Peen of Hastings, Minnesota. Now currently in Ring 2, we have Class 10, your final class and division here in your Junior Limousin show. Back over in the balancer ring, we have the results of Class 13 late spring yearling bulls. First place, back number 6274, T-Bar S Stimulus 112H, exhibited by Grace Vehi of Billings, Missouri. And second place in that class, back number 6276, exhibited by Wes and Brittany Spencer.
Just a single entry here in your balancer show. Bull that's very square built when you get him on a profile here, very balanced. He's good in his shoulder and expanding in his heart with enough rib cage in him. He's a bull that maybe, if you compare him to some of the bulls that come in front of him, maybe not quite the performance in this bull, maybe a little more moderate in his frame. And a bull, I might like to change how he is on his hind leg just a little, not really his hind leg, but his hind toe. He's a little, got a little bit of a narrow outside toe that curves in here a little bit, but a bull that's got some balance and muscle in him. It'll be interesting to see him with some competition.
Well, congratulations, your champion junior yearling bull. We'll go to back number 6277, exhibited by ARP Cattle Company of Brookfield, Missouri. We'll now bring in Class 17 here in Ring 1. This will be your final class here in the Balancer Bull Show.
Just a single entry here in the balancer show, but a bull that definitely can withstand some competition. This will be a division winner. I'll be glad to see him come back out here for champion bull, see how he stacks up to some of the other division winners. But this is extremely well-made bull. He's long down his top. He's square out his hip. He's big in his bone. He's big in his foot. He's big in his testicles. He travels free and easy with a lot of balance. A lot to like about this bull this young lady's showing. It'll be interesting to see him back out here for champion.
We have the results of your final division over here in your Purebred Limousin Junior Show. Champion went to back number 7300, exhibited by Kylie Gaston of Eastland, Texas, with DL Hosanna 526HET. In second place in reserve in that division, back number 7299, exhibited by Trenton Edwards of Wright City, Missouri. Currently in Ring 2, we're going to bring in all of your champion reserves and select a grand and reserve grand champion Limousin female here at the Cattlemen's Congress. And congratulations over here in Ring 1, the results of Class 17 and your senior yearling division. Champion went to back number 6279, record year 9190G, exhibited by Gelbvieh Balancer of St. Francis, Kansas. Currently in Ring 1, we're going to bring in all of those division champion and reserves. We'll be selecting a Grand Reserve Grand Champion Balancer Bull. Well, for those of you that are just joining us ringside, we'd like to introduce our two judges today in Ring 1 and 2. Your judge in Ring 1 for your National Gelbvieh and Balancer Show, Mr. Bruce Sturtzbach of Louisville, Ohio. And over here in Ring 2, your judge this morning is Mr. Lydell Meyer of Tennessee. For those of you joining us ringside, please put your hands together and welcome both of our judges this morning. Well, congratulations, your grand champion Limousin female here at the Cattlemen's Congress in your youth Limousin show goes to back number 7369 COBN Hennessy 022H, exhibited by Colton Barton of Gerald, Texas. Reserve in that division, back number 7296. And congratulations, your reserve grand champion junior Limousin female comes out of our final division, back number 7300, DL Hosanna 526 HET, exhibited by Kyla Gaston of Eastland, Texas. Once again, congratulations to those exhibitors, and we'll get started here in Ring 2 in just a moment with your Limflex show.
Here in the balancer side, let's give these exhibitors a nice round of applause for bringing out a nice set of bulls for us to look at today. You know, I listened to Lydell have a talk there, and Lydell and I have been friends for a long time, and I really respect the job he did when he came to the Angus business and went to work for Gamble's. But he said something about size doesn't dictate what you do because they all fit in somewhere, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. You know, size lets everything fit in everywhere. You know, it just depends on your needs. So for me, you know, I let size really doesn't dictate what I do. Now, I do like to look at performance in these bulls. I grew up in, and I've worked my whole life in the show world, but I am one of the rare show people who think this should relate to the cattle industry. I think the bulls are relatable. I don't think this is just about how much freak neck, big bellied hair you can grow. There's other things that have to go into this. And I do think that there's nothing wrong with a good looking bull, but I think he has to relate to the industry. I think it's very important. And I'll be honest with you, as I go through these shows, there's some of these breeds I judge that in the back of my mind, I'm not sure they're as relative to the beef industry as other breeds are. And I think some of those breeds are only relative from a standpoint of the show ring itself, which that's not a bad thing. It's just the way it is. I do know for years, I worked for one of the best cowmen I think there is in this world, Paul Hill, Champion Hill. And he always related to me, whether they were show cattle or not, they have to be maternal. They have to walk the earth, consume the grass, and live that way. And, you know, when I was asked to do this, and Amanda Schnorr was the first pick here, and she had a baby, and congratulations to her, and so they asked me to come down. I feel very honored because I think this breed relates to the world to make cows that are useful to the cattle industry and make bulls that are useful to the cattle industry. So I really respect that when I come out here to judge. I know the Gelbvieh breed, there's commercial cattlemen that really like what these bulls and these females can do for them. And obviously we haven't seen the females yet, but we will as we go on. So as I went through these bulls, yes, I was looking for a good-looking bull. But I was looking for things that I think, in my experiences, can relate to the beef industry as it needs to be. I'll go through each one of these bulls, tell you what I saw. So, you know, if you have any questions, this is what I saw today. The bull calf that won the first class, there's a lot to like about this bull calf. I like how sound he is. I like the look he gives you from a profile, but yet this is a heavy constructed, well-built bull with a lot of rib cage in him, and a big old swinging belly is not the end of the world, but I do like to see a good feed factory in him. He's sure appealing enough through his front end. He's very sound as he goes about the ring, and you'll hear me talk about that a lot today. I do want cattle that are sound. I'm still looking for some power in them and a good look to them, and I think this bull calf puts together a lot of those things. I think he is in competition for the end of this thing. The bull calf that won the next class, again, love the depth in this bull, love the balance he brings you. He has enough power in him. As you view him from a profile, probably the shortest sided bull out here. He's probably the shortest fronted bull. He's probably the shortest sided bull. But again, a bull that still had a lot of power, a lot of bone and foot size, a bull that was sound enough as he goes about the ring. Would I like to stretch him out like some of the other bulls out here? Yes, I would. The bull that won the next division, very long-sided, square-built bull out his hip. Again, gives you a good balance look when you get him on a profile here. A bull that as you put him in motion might struggle as much off his hind legs as any of the bulls that won a division out here. Everything can't be perfect in these divisions. The numbers didn't allow for it, but I think this bull fit into the group for a lot of the things we were looking for today from a power standpoint, a balance standpoint. I would like to see him travel free and easier off his hind leg. The bull that won the next division, again, so balanced as you get him on a profile here, puts down his feet and legs very good. A lot of power in this bull. Is he as big boned as the other bulls that will be in consideration out here? Maybe not, but I think he's got enough bone to him. He's good in his joint, big testicle development. Another bull that will definitely be in consideration to be able to win this thing. The gentleman's bull that won the next division, love the soundness of the bull, love the bone size and the foot size. He's still flat jointed. Plenty of product in this bull. Bull that has enough rib shape and dimension, has enough performance in him, really good testicle development. Like the way he's laid in at the point of his shoulder. He's a bull when you get him on a profile, maybe he's just a little deeper in his chest than some of the other bulls out here. Maybe it's so it gives him the illusion of maybe being a little higher flanked, but I still think there's plenty on both ends. This is another sound bull that's definitely in consideration out here. Gentleman's bull that won the next division. Really, he was a single entry in the division. Really a bull that's got some muscle in him when you get out behind him and some balance here. He's a bull that's probably lighter in his performance if you view him on the bulls on each end of him. And he's a bull that when you get out behind him, maybe isn't quite as expanded in his hip or stifled, maybe just not as much power in him from a three-quarter angle as some of the bulls, other bulls out here. The young lady's bull that won the last division, again, a single entry, but this bull can withstand a lot of competition. I really show respect to the older cattle as they get here because to show that they were able to manage themselves and be managed to be able to stay this sound and come along. This bull's got a lot of good things about him. He's big-ribbed, but he's not overdone in his rib cage. He's good in his shoulder. He's big-footed. He's big-boned. He travels free and easy. He's good out his hip. A lot of product in this bull. I mean, I just want to show respect to a bull of this age to be able to still have this look, balance, and be able to travel free and easy enough. Does a lot of things right. With that said, I got a bull out here that really pleases me for what I'm looking for today. I'll take one more look and I'll get him, and then we'll get the reserve if there is one in that division out here, and I'll grab your reserve. But it's been a pleasure. I look forward to the rest of the day. Really high-quality cattle. Let's give them another nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations. Your grand champion balancer bull here at the Cattlemen's Congress comes out of your senior yearling division, exhibited by Riley Gelbvieh and balancer of St. Francis, Kansas, with record year 9190G. And congratulations, your reserve grand champion Balancer Bull goes to back number 6272, Rumfeld's Prime Time, H96G, exhibited by Carly Rumfeld of Phillipsburg, Missouri. Once again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We will take a brief break and return back with your Gelbvieh Bull Show. We are ready to get started with your Junior Limflex show. We'll be looking for Class 11 to start Division 1, Class 11. Well, congratulations, and a nice way to start our Limb Flex show. First place goes to back number 7304, ATNF Undenying Love 151J, exhibited by Sage Hanrahan of Okarche, Oklahoma. Next in the ring will be Class 12 here in Division 1. Well, congratulations in Class 12 over here in Ring 2 results. Our first place, back number 7309, FBFL TBHF Jolene, 853J, exhibited by Taylor Halloway of Fort White, Florida. Second place went to back number 7231, exhibited by Kendall Spriggs of Afton, Oklahoma. Third place, back number 7310, exhibited by Mia Dobson of Fayette, Missouri. And fourth place, back number 7306, exhibited by Braille Johnson of Clinton, Oklahoma. Now in Ring 2, we'll bring in Class 13 here in Division 1. Well, for those of you sitting ringside, we're about ready to get started with our Gelbvieh Bull Show. We'll be looking to start with Class 20 Spring Bull Calves born March 1st to June 30th, 2021. Judge today, Mr. Bruce Sturzbach of Louisville, Ohio. Well, congratulations in Class 13. First place goes to back number 7312. TAYE J-Lo 802, exhibited by Taylor Elmore of Homney, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 7314, Richardson's Jazziness, exhibited by McKenna Richardson of Eureka, Kansas. Third place went to back number 7235, SHSK Regina George ET, exhibited by Eliza Truel of Skytook, Oklahoma. Fourth place went to back number 7313, LAFO Jazzy, exhibited by Allison Dillingham of Porter, Oklahoma. And fifth place went to back number 7332, LAFO Jackie, exhibited by Jet Lee Smith of Chelsea, Oklahoma. Now in ring 2, we have Class 14 here in Division 1 of your Limflex show.
Here on the Gelbvieh side of these spring bull calves, we're going to start with a bull that handles the class with ease for me. Extremely balanced when you get him on a profile, big bone, flat jointed. Bullet's got enough test to go on him. When you put him in motion, for me, he's the soundest bull in the class today. He's good down his top and out his hip. He's laid in well at the point of his shoulder. He's a bull that has enough spring and shape in the center of that rib. He sure is balanced on a profile. When you get him out here, he's expanded in that heart. Just puts together a lot of things we're looking for today. The bull that's going to come in second, larger frame bull with a little more performance, but I think there's plenty of performance in the bull that wins the class. Alongside a bull, he's really good out his hip. He's not quite as appealing in his front end. He gets a little waist here in that dewlap and chest, and the bull that's going to win the class. And then when you put him in motion, I'd like for him to be freer and easier off those rear two as he goes away from us here. But he's a bull that has plenty of product in him and performance in him. The young lady's bull that comes in next in line, not quite as long-sided and long hip as the bull right in front of her, but a bull that has some shape and dimension to the center rib with some balance. His issue, again, as you put him in motion, I'd like to change how he handles the hind two to get him any higher today. Gentleman's bull that comes in next in line, again, a bull that's a little shorter necked, a little waistier in that dewlap and chest area. Not as quite as much rib in the rear third of that rib cage as the bull right in front of him, but from a standpoint of some product and muscle and some bone, he's a bull that logically fits in here for me. Again, I'd probably like to change how he handles his hind two going away a little bit. Young lady's bull comes in next in line, a very eye-appealing bull when she gets him set up on a profile, but as you get him in motion here, he's missing his stride by 3 or 4 inches and gets up in his top a little bit. Young lady that comes in next in line's really got a high-quality bull from a standpoint of having some structural integrity, but a bull that's given up a lot of performance to the bulls in front of her today.
Well, congratulations over here in Ring 1. We have our first class and division in your Gelbvieh Bull Show. First place in Champion Spring Bull Calf goes to back number 6201, exhibited by Webb Cattle Company. Reserve champion goes to back number 6205, exhibited by Jacob Barwick. Third place, back number 6202, exhibited by Wes and Brittany Spencer. Fourth place, back number 6206, exhibited by Plus One Cattle Company. Fifth place, back number 6203, exhibited by DTK Cattle Company. And sixth place in that class goes to back number 6237, Wilkinson Gelbvieh Ranch. We will now be bringing in Class 22 winter bull calves born February 14th to February 28th, 2021.
here in the Gelbvieh side. Bullet's going to start off for me that does so from a structural standpoint. I think structurally this bull handles this class with ease. Definitely the soundest made bull in the class. When you travels the dirt here, you just see how free and easy he is. He's long enough sided, very square out his hip, very good down his top, laid in well at the point of his shoulder. His angles are really good. He's deep in the center of that body, carries it both ways. Is he the heaviest muscle bull in the class? No, he's not. But from a structure standpoint, and that's where I'll start at, he wins the class handily for me. The black bull that comes in next in line to him, I think follows him the next closest in the class. He's a big body bull, a lot of shape and dimension in the center of that rib, a little more muscle than the bull that's going to lead off the class when you get out and behind him. But a bull that probably just a little tighter in the way he's made, a little straighter in that angle, that front shoulder. So when he gets to traveling, he's not quite as appealing as the bull that's going to win the class. Same can be said for the red bull that comes next, big body, probably the heaviest muscle bull in the class, and I appreciate that. Long enough sided bull that gets a little pigeon-toed on his front end here as you see him come at you. A bull to me that I would just like to see him travel freer and easier on both ends to get him any higher today. Gentleman's bull that comes in next in line, the largest frame bull, highest performing bull, big boned, big footed kind of bull. A bull to me gets coarser in his makeup. He gets straighter in that shoulder and rounder in that shoulder. He's got good testicle development, but he's got a pretty good twist to his testicles. Like to straighten that out on him, give him a little more rear flank.
Well, congratulations. Over here in Ring 1, results of Class 22. First place goes to back number 6214, exhibited by Toby Voss of Bruning, Nebraska. Second place goes to back number 6209, exhibited by Cade Cameron of Danville, Iowa. Third place goes to back number 6212, exhibited by Circle S Ranch. And fourth place goes to back number 6208, exhibited by Pro Heart Seedstock of Pueblo, Colorado. Now in Ring 1, Class 23, winter bull calves born February 1st to February 10th, 2021. Back over on the Limflex side, we have the results of Class 14 out of Division 1. First place exhibited by back number 7319, Cage Hill Harris of Lawton, Oklahoma. Second place, back number 7321, RCC Just Wait 02J, exhibited by Corbin Robbins of Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Third place, exhibitor 7244, exhibited by Peyton Gwines of Sylvester, Georgia. Fourth place went to back number 7315, Ratliff Jailbreak 137JET, exhibited by Michaela Jo Macy of London, Kentucky. Fifth place went to back number 7318, WB Jada, exhibited by Dylan Young of Grove, Oklahoma. Sixth place exhibited by back number 7243, Brand Gazaway of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Seventh place, back number 7317, exhibited by Caitlin McKenzie Ayers of Gary, Texas. Eighth place, exhibited by back number 7316, Brooklyn Ann Ludens of Hurley, South Dakota. Next class in Ring 2 is Class 15 here in Division 1, Junior Limflex.
here in the Gelbvieh Bull Show. Again, I stated this earlier. I'm going to start with structural soundness and correctness. And the bull, this black bull I'm going to use is the soundest, most structurally well-made bull out here for me. So he handles the class with relative ease. Love the way he's made at the point of his shoulder. He's good down his top. He doesn't have any hair, so it's probably a little surprising when you get out behind him. There's still plenty of muscle in this bull, but it's made in such a nice pattern. He's really square, and he's got plenty of muscle in him, but he still gives you a flat, smooth look. He's just so sound when he travels the ground compared to the rest of the bulls in the class. He's extended up front, puts a lot of things together rather nicely. The red bull that comes next in line probably has a little more muscle to him. He's, again, to me, the second soundest bull in the class. He's not quite as extended up front as the bull right in front of him. Maybe a bull that doesn't have quite the balance when you get him on a profile. As he gets just a tick deeper in his chest, maybe not quite as deep in the center of the rib as the bull right in front of him, but he has maybe a little more muscle. But logically, for me, from a structural standpoint and integrity as he goes about the ring and travels, easy second place bull for me. Bull comes in third, probably maybe not the heaviest muscle, but the next heaviest muscle bull in the class. Considerable balance to this bull when you get him on a profile, not quite as extended up front. When you get him in motion, he's sounder than the two bulls behind him, but not as sound as the two in front of him, so he logically falls into third here for me. Really like the young lady's red bull that comes in next in line when she's got him on a standstill. Good bone, good footed, really balanced and square, plenty of muscle in this bull. He's actually built really good on the standstill from a structure standpoint. When you get him in motion is where he falls down for me. He just isn't loose and free and easy enough. He doesn't reach off either end near good enough to get him any higher today. Gentleman's black bull that comes in next in line, heaviest muscled bull in the class, but rounder in that muscle. And I see that I think you see that when you get him in motion. He's just a bull that struggles off both ends with reach and ability to be able to get him any higher in class today. Just a single entry here in the Gelbvieh show, but a bull that sure can withstand some competition. Love the way this bull's built when you view him about a 3/4 angle. He's really deep and carries that balance front to rear, really good big bone, big foot. It travels free and easy. He's a bull that just puts together a lot of nice parts. It's going to be interesting to see him back out here with some of the other class winners when we get the division. A really nice single entry.
Well, in Ring 2, we have the results of Class 15 in Division 1 of our Limflex show. First place went to back number 7328, TASF Java 509J, exhibited by Sage Hannerhan of Oak Archie, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 7323, DEBV Jennifer Aniston 145, exhibited by Dalton Miller. Third place went to back number 7252, exhibited by Colton Barton of Gerald, Texas. Fourth place went to back number 7253, Kinley Collum. Fifth place went to back number 7327, Ashley Scragg. And sixth place went to back number 7330, JC Smith of Decatur, Arkansas. Currently in Ring 2, we have Class 16 here in Division 1. Back over in Ring 1, we have the results of Class 24 Winter Bull Calves, born January 1st to January 31st. First place went to back number 6207, exhibited by Judd Ranch Incorporated of Pomona, Kansas.
Here in the Gelbvieh ring, let's give these exhibitors a nice round of applause for a good set of calves. I think, you know, the numbers weren't huge in this division, but I actually really am proud of these class winners. If you look at them, I think you can see a type and kind kind of coming out and developing. I think these 3 class winners are all similar in type and kind for me. Yeah, there's differences in them, but they're still the same type and kind of bull. The bull that won the first class, the hairiest of the 3 bulls out here, gives you a little more of a show eye appeal look, maybe from his shoulder back. He's just flexible and sound with a big body and good balance and squareness. You know, I commented on class, he was pretty flat, but I thought he had enough muscle, and I still believe he has enough muscle. To me, he's probably the flattest of the 3 bulls that are out here. He's a bull that's sure up-headed and good-headed. He's probably a little shorter necked and maybe a little more waisty fronted than the 2 bulls right behind him. He gets heavier in that chest than either one of the bulls behind him, maybe a little more heavy in that dewlap. The bull right behind him, I commented on class again. This bull doesn't have any hair, so he's a little surprising when you get behind him. There's still good top and hip and plenty of muscle in this bull. Love the balance and structural soundness of the bull. Probably the most extended bull up front. He's a bull when you put him in motion. I think he's extremely sound as he goes about the ring again. I think both of the first 2 bulls are extremely sound. I think they kind of come in competition for the soundest 2 bulls in this division. Bull here that won the last class, I like this bull really well too. Was a single entry. Big boned. He's probably the biggest boned, biggest footed bull of the 3 bulls out here. Plenty of muscle in this bull again too. Really good depth in the center of that rib. Carries it to both ends with plenty of muscle in this bull. When you put him in motion, he's darn sure sound, but he's not quite as sound maybe off his hind legs as you watch him go compared to the 2 bulls that won the 2 classes right in front of him. I think bulls that are very similar in their type and kind. I do have a bull in mind to go out here and use for your division champion. For reserve, it becomes a tighter race, and then I'll get him. But thanks very much, and I'll go out here and get you a champion.
Well, congratulations over in Ring 1. We have the results of your Winter Bull Calf Division. Champion went to back number 6217. Butler's General Hatton 702 JET, exhibited by Butler Creek Farms of Milton, Tennessee. And reserve champion went to back number 6214, exhibited by Toby Voss of Bruning, Nebraska. Back over in Ring 2, we have the results of Class 16 Division 1 Limb Flex. First place went to back number 7332. CHR Jules 011J, exhibited by Olivia Robbins of Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 7333. MLP Juicy, exhibited by McKinley Palmateri of Durant, Oklahoma. Third place went to back number 7257. LFL Joannie 1009J, exhibited by Tristan Gulata of Independence, Louisiana. Fourth place went to back number 7260, DLCN Jingle 218J, exhibited by Lanny Woodall of Pattonville, Texas. Fifth place, back number 7331, Ratliff Jumanji 106JET, exhibited by Trace Falkenstein of Oswego, Kansas. And sixth place, back number 7256, HEBB Gemma 168JET, exhibited by Jet Lee Smith of Chelsea, Oklahoma. Currently in Ring 2, Class 17 here in Division 1.
Here in the Gelbvieh Bull Show, a bull that surfaces to the top relatively handily for me. The stoutest bull, biggest bone, biggest footed bull, most impressive from behind. He's big backed. He's good down out through his hip. But when you put this motion, definitely reaches off both ends considerably more than the two bulls behind him. So from a performance, bone stoutness standpoint with some structural correctness and a look, I think an easy class winner for me. Gentleman's Red Bull that comes in next in line, I think more closely follows the type and kind of the bull in front of you from a balance standpoint. When you get him on a profile and a squareness standpoint, just is not near as free and easy off either end as the bull that's going to win the class today. Gentleman's Black Bull that comes in next in line, not near as much power in this bull as either one of the bulls right in front of him. And again, I'd like to see him freer and easier off both ends as he goes about the ring today.
We have the results of Class 26 over here in Ring 1. First place went to back number 6228, exhibited by Nowak Cattle Company and Carroll Landing Cattle. Second place went to back number 6227, exhibited by RLB Genetics. And third place, back number 6226, exhibited by Cody Clary. Now in Ring 1 will be Class 27 Senior Bull Calves born September 1st to October 31st, 2020.
Just a single entry here in the Gelbvieh show. Bull that's packing plenty of product, a lot of muscle in this bull down his top, a lot of power built in this bull. Bull that I'd probably like to see travel just a little freer and easier as he goes about the ring here. He's a little bow-legged from behind, a little bigger jointed, but a bull that's packing plenty of power. It'll be interesting to see him back out here.
And congratulations over here in Ring 1. Results of Class 27. Back number 6221 will be first place from the Day Farms in Mattanue, Kentucky. We will now bring in your first and seconds. We'll select the Champion Reserve Senior Bull Calf.
Here on the Gelbvieh side, the senior bull calf division, we got just 3 bulls in the out in the lineup, 2 class winners and a single entry. The bull that won the first class to me is just puts a lot of things together we've been looking for really nicely. He's very well balanced. He's very complete from a profile. He's square built, big boned and big footed, but mostly he reaches and travels freer and easier than the other 2 bulls out here. When you get him in motion, he's laid in good at the point of the shoulder. He won't disappoint you. Enough product in this bull. Just does a lot of things very nicely. The bull that won the second class was a single entry, a bull with a lot of power in him, enough bone, enough muscle when you get out behind him. He's a bull that's a little bigger jointed, doesn't travel with the reach, near the reach of the bull that won the class in front of him. The young man's bull that was second in class to our first class winner. Again, really nice here on a profile, very long-sided and square built, a lot of extension through his front end. Not as big boned as stout as the bull that won the class right in front of him, or won the class he was in, but a bull that has enough power and look from a profile. I'd like to see him free and easy as he goes about the ring. I can say that for both the last 2 bulls here. Your division winner will be the bull that won the first class. Very nice bull, easy division winner for me. For reserve, I'm going to keep the 2 bulls together. The bull that was second in class to him, just a little more balance in this bull than the bull that in the individual class. So he will be your division winner. The second in class will be your reserve. Thank you.
Well, congratulations over here in Ring 1. We have the results of your Senior Bull Calf Division. Champion goes to back number 6228, exhibited by Noack Cattle Company and Carroll Landing Cattle. Reserve exhibited by back number 6227, RLB Genetics. We'll now bring in Class 29 here in your Gelbvieh show.
Here on the Gelbvieh side, just a single entry bull, very long-sided bull. Bull's got some good bone under him, plenty of muscle when you get out behind this bull. He's built pretty good, probably not as soft and deep in the center of his rib for his age as maybe I'd like to see him, but a lot of good quality in this bull. It'd be good to see him out here with some competition.
Over here in ring 2, we have the results of Class 17. First place went to back number 7335, TUBBMKNA Jawbreaker 100J, exhibited by Carly Mae Harris of Lawton, Oklahoma. Second place went to back number 7345, LJRJ CSVN Miss Delara 711J, exhibited by Kelton Arthur of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Third place went to back number 7264, exhibited by Ben Spencer of Gibbon, Nebraska. Fourth place went to back number 7338, exhibited by Kylie White. Fifth place went to back number 7339, JC Smith. And sixth place in that class went to back number 7261, Ella Elizabeth Snyder. And seventh, back number 7336, Caitlin McKenzie Ayers. Now in ring 2, we have Class 18 here in Division 1. Back over in Class 29, the results of your intermediate bull division. First place and champion went to Pro Heart Heavy Hitter 050, exhibited by Pro Heart Seed Stock, Pueblo, Colorado, and owned by Bar SS Cattle Company. Now coming in is Class 31, Late Spring Yearling Bulls.
Here in the Gelbvieh Bull Show. We're going to start with a bull, big bone, big footed kind of bull, long-sided bull that doesn't have probably the shape and dimension in the center of his rib and back into the rear third of that rib cage. This is the bull right behind him, but the bull that reaches the best when you get him in motion here. It's probably not perfect, but it's sure better than the bull that's going to be second in class. Bull might surprise you when you get out behind him. Plenty of product down his top and out through his hip. He's very full in his heart. He's good and laid in at the point of his shoulder. He has nice balance from a profile, but there's a lack of a depth and shape to the center of that rib, maybe as we've seen in some of our earlier class winners. But this bull definitely for me is the soundest of the two bulls when you put him in motion and the way he reaches. So he's your class winner. Bull that comes in next in line probably has a little more shape and dimension to that center of the rib, and another good balanced bull when this gentleman gets him set up in a profile. Gives you a good look, plenty of muscle in this bull. Bull that just gets straighter on both ends and is not just near flexible enough on either end to beat the bull in front of him today.
Well, congratulations in Class 31 late spring yearling bulls. First place went to back number 6232, Sundance Kid 0242 HET, exhibited by Noack Cattle Company and Carroll Landing Cattle. Second place went to back number 6233, also exhibited by Noack Cattle Company and Carroll Landing Cattle. Those will also be your division champion reserves in your late spring yearling bull division. Now coming in will be your final class here in your Gelbvieh Bull Show.
Just a single entry here in the Gelbvieh show. Really a bull that will be able to withstand some competition when he gets back out here. Extremely long side. It really gives you a great look from a profile. He's clean and extended through his front end, a big bone, big footed kind of bull. Good testicle development. Plenty of shape and center to the dimension to this bull when you're viewing from a three-quarter angle with plenty of muscle. Puts together in a very eye-appealing package. It'll be interesting to see him back here with the rest of the bulls for Champion Bull.
Well, congratulations over here in Ring 2, your final class before Division 1. First place went to back number 7340. MDAY Miss Valley Apple ET, exhibited by Hadley Hendrickson of Farmland, Indiana. Second place, back number 7342. PRF R&K Jasmine, exhibited by Brock Freed of Fairbury, Illinois. Third place, back number 7270, exhibited by McKenna Cleveringa of Alton, Iowa. Fourth place went to back number 7274, exhibited by Tyra Meyer. Fifth place went to back number 7268, Katie Thompson. Sixth place, back number 7271, Tacey Baker. Seventh place went to back number 7341, Peyton Schmalschmoff. And eighth place went to back number 7272, Turner Sanders of Huntington, Texas. Now in Ring 2, we're going to bring in your first and seconds and select a Division 1 champion reserve. Currently in Ring 1, our judge, Mr. Bruce Sturtzbach, is selecting his champion and reserve champion, Gelbvieh Bull.
Let's give these Gelbvieh exhibitors a nice round of applause over here in the Gelbvieh Bull Show. It's been a pleasure this morning to judge these bouncers and this purebred Gelbviehs. I really look forward to this afternoon seeing the females. I love the maternal ability that Gelbvieh females bring to a herd in this country. So I really look forward to that. I think we got an outstanding set of bulls out here. There are sure some differences. The numbers didn't allow for them to just line up perfectly how you'd like them. There are big differences in these cattle, but I think there's plenty of quality out here. I'm going to see you again this afternoon, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking here. I'm not a judge that thinks when you pick at the end you tell big stories and that. This is about the people who brought the cows out here, and the cows, they just happened to pick me today to go through them. So I'll go through all these bulls quickly for you, what I saw in each one of them, and then I'll go out here and slap you a champion in reserve, and I'll see you this afternoon again. The bull that won the first division here, really stout from a profile. This young man gets him set up, gives you a good look. Enough depth and spring in the center of that rib. Allows him to have a good bounce look. When you put him in motion, probably isn't as flexible off both ends as several of the other bulls are out here. The young lady's bull that won the next division, this is a bull that will be in competition to be able to win this thing. I like the breeding look he gives you. He's very structurally well built, standing still or in motion. He's laid in good at his shoulder. He's got enough shape and dimension to his rib. He, surprisingly, with lack of hair, has quite a bit of stifle and muscle in him. When you get out behind him in the center of it, he travels free and easy enough. He just does a lot of things I like. He doesn't have the hair that some of the other bulls get, but he still gives you a good look on a profile, gives you that quality breeding look for a bull. So that bull definitely be in competition. The red bull that won the next division, again, I like this bull. Extreme length in this bull. He's really good down his top and out his hip. Gives you a good bounce look with plenty of shape and dimension. The center of that rib travels free and easy, reaches good off both ends. Really good bone and foot size in this bull. He's got good foot under him. He's got good testicle under him. Again, another bull that's definitely in competition in this out here to divide for this championship. Black bull that won the next division. Really a long-sided bull that gives you a good profile here. He's a bull with good testicle development under him, enough muscle in him. When you view him on a profile here, not quite as deep and soggy as some of the other bulls out here. Maybe throws out his balance a little bit when you view him from a profile as he cuts up in his flank a little bit. Then when you get him in motion, I'd sure like to see him get around a little freer and easier as we go. Same with the red bull that comes in next. Big bone, big-footed bull. This young lady gets him put together. Gives you a really good look on a profile here. He's got enough muscle in him. Again, not as deep and soggy as some of the other bulls out here. And when you put him in motion again, would like to see him travel just a little freer and easier. Black bull that won the last division here, single entry. Bull gives you a great look when the young man gets him set up here. He's very long-sided. He gives you that look you'd like to stand behind and take a picture of. He's very square-hipped. He's really appealing through his front end. He's very long and he's clean. He's got enough rib shape and dimension in him. He's got good testicle development and muscle in him. When you put him in motion, he probably misses this drive by 6 to 8 inches. Honestly, when you show in a ring like this, it's pretty easy to tell because you can really track the feet on a clay or dirt lot like this. I'd like to see him be able to cover that track a little better. Then when the young man gets him stopped, sometimes it's questionable on that left front knee. He doesn't seem like he wants to lock it back in. He can get a little straighter there. I think he definitely has a lot of quality in him. He is in consideration for this, but I would like to see him travel just a little freer and easier, reach a little better off both ends. We got a good group of bull. I'll be honest with you. This comes down to 3 bulls out here from me that show the kind of quality and the future in them that I'm looking for. With that said, I'm going to take one more look here, and I'll go get you a Grand Reserve. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you this afternoon.
Well, congratulations over here in your Gelbvieh ring. Your grand champion Gelbvieh bull comes to you from back number 6228. It's exhibited by Nowak Cattle Company and Carroll Landing Cattle. Reserve in that division exhibited by RLB Genetics. And your reserve grand champion Gelbvieh bull exhibited by back number 6217. Coming from Butler Creek Farms in Milton, Tennessee. Once again, congratulations to all of our Gelbvieh exhibitors. We are going to get started right away with our Red Angus show here in Ring 1. Champion